Surah Al-Haaqqa. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The imminent happening. What is the imminent happening? And what can let you know what the imminent happening is? Thamud and Ad had denied the happening of this shocking event, the Day of Judgment. As for Thamud, they were destroyed by that dreadful cry which exceeded all limits. And as for Ad, they were destroyed by a violent windstorm that he imposed on them for 7 nights and 8 consecutive days. So you could see them thrown on the ground as if they were trunks of hollow palm trees. Now, do you see any remnant of them? And Pharaoh and those before him and the overthrown towns came up with evil, and they disobeyed the messenger of their Lord. So he seized them with an extremely severe seizure. When the water overflowed in the deluge of Nuh, we let you, O mankind, board the floating ship, so that we make it a reminder for you, and so that a preserving ear that hears their story may preserve it. Then, once the trumpet will be blown for the first time, and the earth and the mountains will be lifted and crushed into pieces with a single blow, then on that day the happening will happen, and the sky will burst apart, while it will have become frail on that day, and the angels will be on its borders. And on that day, the throne of your Lord will be carried above them by 8 angels. On that day, you will be brought forward in a way that no secret of yours will remain secret. Now, as for him who is given his book in his right hand, he will say to his colleagues, "Come here, read my book." I was sure that I would encounter my reckoning. So he will be in a well-pleasing life, in a lofty garden, the fruits of which will be close at hand. It will be said to such people, "Eat and drink with pleasure, as a reward for what you did in advance during past days." As for him who will be given his book in his left hand, he will say, "Oh, would that I had not been given my book, and I had never known what my account is. Oh, would that death had been the end of the matter. My wealth has not been of any use to me. My power has gone from me for good." Then it will be said to angels, "Seize him, then put a collar around his neck, and then let him burn in the blazing fire. Thereafter, fasten him with a chain the measure of which is 70 hands. Indeed, he did not believe in Allah, the Almighty, and did not persuade others to feed the needy. So he has no friend here today, nor any food except that which comes out from wounds when washing, which is eaten by none but the sinners. I swear by what you see, and what you do not see. It is surely the speech of a noble messenger that he conveys from Allah, and it is not the speech of a poet, but little you believe. Nor is it the speech of a soothsayer, but little you heed to the advice. It is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Had he, the Prophet, forged some statements in our name, we would have certainly seized him by the right hand, and then severed his life artery, and none of you could have saved him from it. It is in fact a reminder for the God-fearing, and of course we know that among you there are deniers, and surely it is a cause of remorse for the disbelievers, and it is surely an absolute truth. So pronounce the purity of the name of your magnificent Lord.